Time now for Night Court. A website selling what it calls vintage sports apparels in the middle of a legal fight with several college sports teams, including Penn State, for selling products associated with the school without a licensing agreement. But the website Vintage Brand argues they don't need one. They have a countersuit against Penn State, arguing that decorative designs on clothing do not actually function as trademarks. Penn State sought to dismiss that suit, but a judge tonight disagrees. Let's take the case to our legal eagles, civil rights attorney Robert Patillo and senior legal fellow at the Independent Women's Forum and former Trump White House attorney May Mailman. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. I want to start with Exhibit A. This is the website here. It's it's part of the suit actually, and here's them selling a bunch of Penn State stuff. Robert, to you, I mean, if Penn State's not getting a cut, this can't be legit, right?
Well, according to this court, under something called the Lanham Act, there's a provision where if something is just an ornamentality, if it's just decoration, it's not actually being used to trademark the item. Under trademark law, what you're really trying to regulate is a producer being able to identify to customers what is the real and actual product that they've produced. Penn State is not even claiming to be a producer in this case, so there's nothing to set those things apart. Therefore, we're actually just talking about decoration on a product, and according to this judge, they're saying that they are not granting the motion to dismiss, and it will go forward in this situation because it's just decoration.
So, May, what about it here? Does Penn State have an argument, or does Vintage have an argument? What's the deal?
Well, it's funny that Ohio State is getting to trademark the word "the," and poor Penn State is watching its trademark over its own name and its logo and its seal slip away. So when most people think about trademarks disputes, they think about something like Payless Shoes has a sneaker with 4 stripes. Does that infringe on Adidas's trademark of 3 stripes? But this is way, way more egregious. Here you have Vintage Brands just straightforwardly ripping off Penn State's name and its logo and saying, you actually don't have the right to any sort of trademark, but that's just not the law. The law allows Penn State to trademark words and symbols that identify and distinguish its goods, and any buyer of a t-shirt that says Penn State on it knows that that's a Penn State shirt. Yeah, they might not think that Penn State made the shirt, maybe Nike made it, maybe Champion made it, but they identify it as a Penn State shirt. That's the entire reason that they're buying it. So Penn State is certainly entitled to have a trademark over that type of words, like its name of its school, that identify its goods.
So Robert, what if, you're walking down the street one day and you see someone selling Robert Patillo merch, right? It's got your face, your name on there, and you're not getting a cut. That's not right, right?
And look, I agree with you, but according to this judge under the Lanham Act, that these are just decorations. These are just part of a ornamentality. And I think at the end of the day, they're going to have to argue this in court going forward. And also, these universities, it's just like them to go after the little guy trying to get a buck. I mean, these sweatshirts cost $80 and $90 a piece. How many people do you need to sue? How much more money does Penn State need to make? Let the guy sell some T-shirts.
May, what about the idea that this is a public university here, right? It's in the public domain or in theory, right, or no?
Well, I mean, Penn State has put in all the work to make its brand worth anything, right? So this company just wants to take all the value that Penn State has created and use it. And I know that collegiate licensing is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but if the colleges lose their ability to make money on licensing, you can bet that tuition costs are going to go up, admission to the game is going to go up, and the cost of a beer at a game, although Penn State doesn't sell beer at their games, will also go up. So that's just a lot of expensive hot chocolate.
All right, guys, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Robert Patillo and May Mailman litigating this one tonight. Very much appreciated. Well, that will do it for us this evening here from Washington, D.C. I'm Rich Edson. Thanks for watching.